The NBA play-in games start today. We've got Atlanta in Orlando. We've got Memphis in Golden State. I've got sides, totals, and best bets for both games, and I can't wait to share them with you. See you on the other side of the intro. Good Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to the Jungle. We're going to go over both games tonight in detail for the NBA play-in, the start of the postseason. Officially, I'm going to give you what I think, my opinion, on the sides, the totals, and my best bets, something that Jungle members and I have already placed for both of these games. And a reminder, if you like what we're doing here in the Jungle, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. It goes a long way in helping us grow the community together. We'll get right into it. Game one, Atlanta's plus 5.5 at Orlando. Now, the public's pretty split here. 45% of the tickets are on Atlanta, 46% of the money. That's as close as I've seen that in a long time. They split the season series 2-2 straight up. Orlando was favored in all four games. The two losses that Atlanta had were by 7 points and 6 points. Atlanta wants to play fast. They're the fifth highest scoring team in the NBA. Orlando wants to play slow. They play a half-court style of offense. In fact, they've given up the least amount of points in the association. So it's really a question, a contrary of sides here, and who can inflict the way they play on the other team. Ordinarily, when this happens at every level, it's the half-court team, it's the defensive team that tends to dictate the pace. Not always the case, of course. But if you look at the way that these teams play, and the way Orlando has played recently, Franz Wagner having 20 points, at least 20 points in his last eight games. Paolo Banchero scored about 29 points a game. Orlando through the season hasn't scored much, but they're scoring much more now. Atlanta doesn't play any defense whatsoever. I think the play here at home is Orlando minus the 5.5. In terms of a total, it's sitting at 219. The books have been moving a lot. You see some 217.5s, 218.5s. Most have settled around 219. What's interesting here, and it goes back to what I mentioned about the way they play Atlanta fast and Orlando slow, 82% of the Hawks games this season have gone over the total of 219 we're going to use. 66% of Orlando's games have gone under the total of 219. But I think there's going to be some points here. I think Banchero and Wagner get it going. And I think Trae Young hits the threes he has to keep Atlanta relatively in the game. I'd go over 219 in this game. My best bet, however, in this game comes in the player prop side and with the Atlanta Hawks. It's Dyson Daniels over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He's going to get probably 40 minutes in this game because he's the best defender in the league. Will probably win the Defensive Player of the Year that Victor Wembanyama got hurt. But he's going to be on the court for probably 40 minutes, and he's going to run the point when Trae Young has to take his breaks. He's been over this in 8 of his last 10 games, and he's had 12.5 rebound chances and 8.5 potential assists in those last 10 games. My best bet in this game, Dyson Daniels of the Hawks over 10.5 rebounds and assists. We're going to move on to San Francisco, and we got Memphis plus 7 at San Francisco, taking on the Golden State Warriors. 52% of the tickets on Memphis with the points, and 40% of the money is on Golden State. And the Grizzlies. That's a pretty big discrepancy. There's a saying in professional sports betting, and I subscribe to it. I abide by it. I use it, and it's true. Don't take a team with the points unless you think they can win outright. I don't think Memphis can win this game outright. The last 20 games in both these teams, however, neither one has been good against the spread. Golden State has won 42% of their last 20, around the time they got Jimmy Butler, against the spread. And Memphis has won just 26% of games against the spread. They've been overvalued by the sports books. Golden State won 3 of the 4 matchups this season. Last time, in a meaningful game for both of them, they won in Memphis by 9 points. That should tell you a lot there. Meaningful game for both of them. The only chance Memphis has in this game, in my opinion, is inside scoring. They're very good inside the paint, and that's Golden State's weakness. But you don't dictate to Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr the way that the game is played. They will dictate the way the game is played to you, especially when they're at home. And as I said, don't take the points unless you think they can win outright. I'll take the Warriors here minus the 5.5. The over-under set at 227.5. 65% of the bets are on the over. 48% of the money. That's a pretty big discrepancy too. Now, all 4 meetings that they've played have gone way over the total. And I'll tell you what, I think there's going to be points in this one. I think Steph Curry is going to be hot. I think the Warriors want to put on a show at home. Of course, they lost at home to the Clippers last game. It really put them in a tough spot. But this Grizzlies team isn't the Clippers team. The Clippers have been playing very, very good in that veteran presence and leadership of Harden and Kawhi Leonard. And I think that Ivica Zubac is one of the most underrated centers in the association. They're a team to watch. But I don't think that Memphis can do to them what the Clippers did. I do think there's going to be points. I think that it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think that Desmond Bane will hit some threes. I think that Jaren Jackson Jr. will have some inside points, and Zach Edey, and I think that Ja Morant will do enough to push this game over along with the Warriors scoring a ton. So I'm with the public here. I'm on the over of 227.5. Now I've got 2 best bets in this game. The first one is Ja Morant over 26.5 points. He's over this in 7 of his last 10 games, taking over 22 shots a game, 8 3-pointers, and he's getting to the foul line, taking 7 foul shots a game in his last 10 games. And like I said, when the lights are bright, Ja Morant loves it. You know he likes the attention. He's going to try and go tit for tat with Steph, come up short, but do enough to hit our player prop here and give us some money, get us in the green with his over 26.5 points. The other best bet I have in this one is my favorite of the 2 games. It's a Jungle Premium play. You can have it for free. I'd love to share it with you. Go to silverbackjungle.com or text that number on your screen. Give my free weekly trial a test spin. I think you're going to like it. If not, no hard feelings, but you want to get in on this play today. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for all the love and support, and I look forward to a long NBA playoff season and a healthy and long MLB season with y'all. See you soon.